Okay. Sorry, guys. My daughter just told me I'm muted. She was watching me on the other computer, I guess. Thank you, sweetheart. Okay, let me take a look at this. So that was crazy. I was like, hey, I'm gonna pay attention to the chat window this week. And here I was babbling away without even seeing that you guys were screaming. Oh my God, I can't hear you. I'm getting too old for this, right? All right, so anyway. First story, Bitcoin bull has 2,000. Oh my gosh. All right, I am going to keep looking at that screen all night long. Yeah, start over, man. Yay, sound, start. Yeah. Thank you guys. Sorry. I go through, like when a pilot flies a plane, you go through your checklist of everything. And I, have had many live streams that started off with me not working sound-wise. And I always tend to check my mic to make sure it's working. And I did not do that. I set up all the monitors and the lights and the phone and the secondary camera and all that good stuff and the green screen and forgot to check the mic. Sorry. And was not looking at it either. Crazy me. All right, so we're here. We're good. Bitcoin bulls, 50 grand. We were talking about Bitcoin charts. And this is the latest one that I've seen. It's just kind of an alert. Morgan Stanley unit considers Bitcoin investment, according to Bloomberg. Morgan Stanley has will not comment. I think what it's like. Spokesman for the investment bank declined to comment. Right, so it's just kind of coming. So, but that's big. Morgan Stanley. I think I've heard of them. Right? Have you? So, all right, that's good. Right. Deutsche Bank quietly plans to offer crypto custody, prime brokerage. If you remember, there was some announcements this week of Bank of New York Mellon is going to be offering crypto custodial services for their clients. I guess they're kind of a holding bank. They're not like a retail bank like, say, Chase. So we're kind of, but I don't know what Morgan Stanley is a brokerage firm. They're not really I'm sure they have banking services, but they're not really known as like a retail bank, as far as I know. Could be wrong about that. But we're just waiting to see like the retail banks jump in. But this was released a couple days ago. This Deutsche Bank story. Apparently, it was sort of buried in some document that they presented at the World Economic Forum or something of that nature, where they little notice by the World Economic Forum hosted the annual gathering of the Mucky Mucks in Davos, Switzerland. On page 23, December 2020, they talk about getting into digital assets, right? So the floodgates are opening, guys. The floodgates are opening. Now, I want to get through the news quick because I'm going to focus on questions tonight. I mentioned earlier when I was muted that I rewatched my live streams the next day, and I noticed that I missed quite a few questions. So I'm going to try and focus on those for you guys tonight so I won't miss your questions. But we're going to go through this story here. This is another ROUBINI story. NOURIEL ROUBINI, the man who loves to hate Bitcoin, saying that the Flintstones had a better monetary system than Bitcoin. Smart guy, but there are a lot of holes in his arguments. He uses the exact same. He's updated his arguments against Bitcoin a little bit. I'll have to give him credit for that, based on the new things that are happening. But he still refers to it as only a speculative bubble. Worse than Tulip Mania. He keeps comparing it to Tulip Mania. He's made these digs before. There was one thing that I noticed. Barely used by legitimate companies. Okay. I guess he doesn't consider Tesla a legitimate company, or MasterCard, or Grayscale, or MicroStrategy as legitimate companies, I guess. the fundamental value of Bitcoin is zero. He always says that, right? And I was talking about that earlier when I was muted, that Bitcoin is based on cryptography, public-private key cryptography, which is a nascent technology only invented in the 1970s, that only made possible by high-speed computers and networking infrastructure. To me, a lot of people base, when they, some people say Bitcoin is zero, like NOURIEL. Others say that Bitcoin has value based on the amount of energy, time, and effort that it requires to create it. That's how they they value Bitcoin in that sense. I think that's a little bit flawed. So a lot of companies, I remember back in 2017 and 18, they were basing the value of Bitcoin on the amount of energy that miners required to produce Bitcoin, and I think they had it gauged at around $7,000 per Bitcoin, $7,000 or $8,000 per Bitcoin. And so they would talk about, okay, well, now that Bitcoin is below 7, it's like no longer profitable for miners and blah blah blah. They fundamentally did not understand the way Bitcoin worked. When miners basically would turn off. There's a whole adjustment that happens when the price of Bitcoin gets below a certain level. But the mining hashing goes down, and Bitcoin compensates basically. So you can't really judge, you can't really put a price tag on the amount of Bitcoin, the price of Bitcoin that is required for profitability of miners. That's not really it seems to make sense, but it doesn't really. But I was saying that my value of Bitcoin is based on the groundbreaking technology of cryptography, public-private key cryptography, which is what Bitcoin is based on. It is not encrypted like some other coins that we could talk about, like Monero. It is transparent, public blockchain. It is based on cryptography, public-private key cryptography, verifies Bitcoin transactions, and also verifies the current state of the blockchain using hashes, which is another mathematical thing that goes on. I wouldn't get too heavy into it, but that's where I see the value of Bitcoin. It's based on a nascent technology. So anyway, I won't repeat all that stuff I said earlier, but this it's just another bash on Bitcoin. I'm kind of surprised that he just won't give up. Actually, I wanted to point out, and funny, I wanted to point out that MSN to me stands for mainstream nonsense. It's just their, first of all, I'm kind of particular about the news that I read. Most people may not be, but I usually will judge the validity of a news site on whether or not they allow comments. Most news sites back in the day used to always allow comments on their news stories, and now they don't, because they don't want people tearing their arguments apart in the comments section, which was starting to happen even on news stories like Reuters. The Reuters website used to allow comments on their news stories, but they had too many people that were presenting counter arguments to their propaganda, basically. Let me do this. Right. So anyway, MSN does not allow comments. So you can read this story, and it's just a spammy, just like, I would never like read stories on this website. It's like, I'm even like ashamed that I've even included, it's just so spammy. It's got all these pop-up ads, and then when you get to the bottom of the story, it's just got like this endless, links, clickbait links. It's just like gross, right? But if you really want to get like some feedback on these, you just have to go over to Twitter, right? You have to go over to Twitter and like see the tweet of the news story, and then people can speak their minds, right? How long that will go on Twitter, we don't know. Twitter seems to be shutting down a lot of people. But I love this one. Old man yells at Bitcoin. That's pretty good, right? And there's another one where we talked a lot about the power consumption of Bitcoin. And there have been a lot of stories lately that are bashing Bitcoin's power consumption just recently, where they said, Tesla is supposed to be a green company, and now that they're buying Bitcoin, they've like totally whacked out their whole carbon footprint because they're supporting Bitcoin, which is horrible for the environment, and just like on and on and on and on and on. Well, for a little perspective, right? Here's a little chart of how much energy is used yearly by these different industries: gold mining, gold recycling, paper currency and minting, banking system, and governments. They haven't even talked about the military. The U.S. military is one of the most non-green organizations in the world. They add such a huge carbon footprint. But we don't even have to talk about the U.S. military and the amount of energy and that they waste. But Bitcoin is mild by comparison. And that's just one argument against this whole trope that Bitcoin is bad for the environment. It requires electricity, and electricity is not bad for the environment. It's only the way it's generated that's bad for the environment. So you can generate electricity through solar and wind and thermo. I don't know about nuclear for Bitcoin mining, but all right. So that was one of his arguments against Bitcoin, again, that it's like bad for the environment. So anyway, and then on his site, there's a lot of comments on this tweet. The tweet of the story, right? The tweet of the story. He tweeted the story, so you can read all of his. A lot of people agree with him, right? Of course, right? But a lot of people don't. Blah, blah, blah. Outdated fiat supporter, shilling, failed financial system, blah, blah, blah. Right? Anyway. And then this other article that I've got linked down below. I want you guys to look down below in the description of my video. There's a lot of goodies for my... I don't know if Robert T is here again, but I kind of made some snide comment about him because he said something a couple weeks ago, but I was out of line because he wasn't talking to me. He was talking to somebody else. I don't know if he's here tonight. But yeah, so we got the CRYPTERIUM, we've got the Ledger Nano, we've got the Crypto.com, Trezor, set up a Coinbase account, set up a Kraken, set up a Binance US account, Brave browser. I've got my email. If you guys want to send me email, I'm trying to keep up on those email questions. Thank you very much. And a bunch of links to a bunch of my cool videos and that good stuff, right? So just pointing that out, right? And the news stories that I'm covering tonight, right? Let's get through them. Let's see. Let's get past this last news story. This is a story on CNET talking about altcoins. And they state, without evidence, where is that? Oh, okay. But despite the community, there's a small problem. Right now, cryptocurrencies don't really do anything, right? Without evidence, he just throws that out there as if it's fact, right? One thing that's cool about the Bitcoin and cryptocurrency community is that there's a lot of mainstream pushback, and it sort of puts you in the state of learning to discern what is true and what is false, and to see when you're trying to be manipulated by the mainstream media or whoever you want to think about it, of the powers that be, the old guard, the official narrative, whatever you want to call it. Bitcoin has flowed against that for many years, and it's finally starting to come around. People in the mainstream are finally starting to see its value, but there are still a lot of detractors out there. So, but it's a great exercise in learning to read articles with a critical eye, right? So I put these two articles here that are total bashes of Bitcoin and altcoins in general, right? Nothing could be further from the truth. I'm putting my own spin on this, right? You can believe me or you can't if you want to go, do your own research. But there are a multitude of use cases for altcoins, which is why there are altcoins. I mean, if there was only one use case, there would just be one crypto, right? There are, finance, peer-to-peer, decentralized trading, lending, staking, earning interest, much more than you can at a bank. I mean, there are so many use cases for altcoins. So it's just ridiculous for him to just state outright with no evidence to support his argument that cryptocurrencies don't do anything. They're like this big scam, right? But I mean, read the article. Maybe you might be convinced by it. Maybe you won't. I wasn't. But he's pretty much bashing everything about, and he's talking mostly about trading, where cryptocurrencies, people that are trading cryptocurrencies. He's saying even the big crypto traders know that it's a bunch of BS and they're just following the bubble, and it's just, the volatility, all that stuff, right? But we're seeing, and then he talks about the OneCoin scam, which was a scam, right? People get scammed, and then it's only used for pornography. I mean, come on, guys, seriously. People have been scamming other people since time began, right? You get people call you on the phone and claim they're from the IRS and that they're going to throw you in jail unless you give them your bank account. People get scammed doesn't matter what it is, right? And they play on your greed, they play on your fear. It's been going on for years. And just because there are people scamming on the concept of cryptocurrency, exploiting people's greed, doesn't mean that cryptocurrencies are scams. It just means that there's a lot of bad actors out there that will try to manipulate and screw people over because they don't quite understand. Right? Anyway, let's get past the news. I would like to talk about. Looks like my thing went here. Okay. All right. So whoa. What's this? CFET. Can someone point me in the right place to start in crypto? I have a Nano that's set up. I have a coin I want right now, but don't understand how to connect my bank account to what? All caps. Be able to do transactions step by step. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. All right. Yeah, we do that every week here. And I will. I'm going to buy some Bitcoin on Coinbase just to, once again, let's do it. I'm going to show you a couple of different ways to store Bitcoin as well. But I wanted to point out this thing I just discovered. I'm a tab junkie, right? And I don't know how long this has been around, but you can group your tabs now. Like, I've got the Twitter tabs all grouped. And so you can create a new group. Like, these are the exchanges that I've got tabbed here, and then the news stories. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty easy. You just do add new tab group, and you can name it and then categorize the tabs that you've got open. It's just they don't seem to hold after the browser closes, though. That's one thing. I wanted to show you guys this one. Somebody gave me a tip on library on this. I don't think it was this video. It was a video that I did like in 2019, July, I think. And I was like, wow, that's an old video. And so I just, out of curiosity, I just went into my YouTube channel and found this is my very first live stream from December 2017. And back then, it was very difficult to buy altcoins. So I think in this little section here, I'm talking about how to buy Bitcoin on Coinbase and then move it to an exchange where you could buy altcoins. Let me just see if this is it. Maybe they raise it a little bit after you've been on there for a while. So if you want to buy huge amounts, then you can link your bank account to Coinbase as well. As you can see, I got the bank account linked up. That takes a little longer. So if I want to deposit, say, $1,000 from my bank account, I think it takes a few days for it to be usable. But this is where I start. I start off here buying the major cryptos, and then I transfer them over to the other accounts so that I can buy the altcoin. Yeah, that's the whole thing about how you used to have to buy altcoins. Like there was no way to like put money into Binance. It's much easier than it was before. So CFET, we're going to show you. You basically just go over to Coinbase.com. Couldn't be simpler. Just go to Coinbase.com. Open up an account. Give them your name and an email account. I would probably give them your email and a password, right? And then I would recommend that you enable two-factor authentication, but you don't have to, if that's a little daunting for you. And then before you can buy crypto, you do need to verify your identity. They'll walk you through it. You just hold up your ID, take a selfie, whatever they have you do now. And I would also like to mention, for those people, I get a lot of people that having trouble with the verification of certain crypto sites. First of all, don't be afraid to give them your ID. Try to stick with the bigger exchanges. Maybe the foreign ones, not so much, but like Coinbase, Kraken, Binance US, there's nothing wrong with verifying your identity with those websites, right? You do the same thing. I remember back in the day when people were afraid to buy anything on Amazon, back in the 90s, and like they were afraid to use their credit card on the internet, Just get over it. If you want to buy cryptos, you need to verify your identity, right? So you get your account set up, and it looks like I've got some Bitcoin in here. Let's go over to portfolio. Yeah, there's already 32 Bitcoin in here. But let's say, for example, who's the gentleman here? CFET. How do I buy Bitcoin, right? How do I connect it to my bank account? Well, you go into buy, sell, and then you're going to need to attach a bank account, right? And they'll walk you through that, right? It says pay with. I've already got my bank account set up here. If you don't, it'll probably say down here, add payment method, right? You click add payment method. You put in your bank account information, your account number, your whatever that other number is. I can't think of it. The SWIFT code or whatever you want to call it. And then you've attached your bank account. Or you can put in your debit card. I don't believe Coinbase will allow you to use a credit card, right? So your choices with Coinbase are bank account, direct bank account, or debit card, right? Debit card is faster, and the transaction goes through right away, and you can withdraw the Bitcoin right away. The bank account, sometimes it needs to verify. So it will show that you've bought the Bitcoin, but you won't be able to withdraw it until the bank transfer clears. A lot of people think that Coinbase is a scam because they attach their bank account, they buy $5,000 worth of Bitcoin, and then they can't withdraw it. And it's because they're not allowing time for the bank to clear the transaction, right? And then they freak out, right? So don't freak out, right? So real easy to buy Bitcoin on Coinbase, right? You just hit buy Bitcoin. Oh, you got to tell them how much you want, right? $50, whatever, right? And then you go over here, and you're going to pay a pretty high fee to buy Bitcoin on Coinbase, right? And you click buy now, and it shows up in your account, and then you've got some Bitcoin in there, right? Now, you can also go to another site called Coinbase Pro. And on Coinbase Pro, the fees are lower, right? But and they say, I tried to do it a while back. Now, if you have a Coinbase account, you can use Coinbase Pro. They're the same, basically the same account as far as you're concerned. It's the same login, although they're two separate accounts, right? And then I guess you can deposit US dollar directly from your bank account. And they say that it's like right away, but if you go in here, it says instant now. I think we tried this a while back, and it was like it's going to take 7 days. That's interesting. I want to test this one out. Let's try it. $50. Oh, I think they're going to say, oh, okay, you can get the money in the account right away, but you won't be able to withdraw the Bitcoin for 7 days. There you go. You can trade instantly. You can send your withdrawal off platform in 10 days, right? That's what I don't like. I don't want to wait for to transfer the Bitcoin off. But I believe if you use Coinbase Pro, your fees are a lot less, right? I don't know that they charge you anything fees right here. They get you with the other stuff, like the trading fees and all that other stuff. They're a business, right? They're going to make money somehow. But I believe it's pretty cheap to buy your Bitcoin on Coinbase Pro, right? You can also do it on Binance US. We're going to do a little bit on Binance US, but you get a US dollar account. You can click deposit, and then I believe they just let you wire, right? You can ACH, debit card, or domestic wire. I don't know why my debit card got disconnected, but it did. I mean, I used to have it in there, but now it's not in there. So yes, that's how you buy Bitcoin with fiat. All right. Now, I wanted to do a little transfers of Bitcoin. Oh, and let me read your questions, guys. I want to try and keep up with you guys. Let me go down here. Rex, do you know why I can't get my chain link out of Jax into my Ledger X? Barbara K. Barbara K, you might want to double check to make sure that there's Ethereum in the wallet address that your Chainlink is in. Chainlink is an ERC20 token. So a lot of people will open up an empty Ethereum wallet and put some ERC20 tokens in there with no Ethereum. You can deposit into an empty Ethereum wallet as much ERC20 tokens as you would like, but in order to move ERC20 tokens out, you need to have some Ethereum in that wallet. So Barbara K, you might want to just double check to make sure there's some Ethereum in your Jax wallet. JDO, Coinbase Pro no longer makes you wait to trade, but you must wait for your fiat to clear. Yes. How can I buy a coin that's not tradable on Coinbase? I was just kind of talking about that. I was mentioning how you do that back in 2017. You have to buy the majors on Coinbase or some other major exchange that will allow a fiat for you to connect your fiat account, either your bank account or your debit card or whatever. And then you can fund the other account that has the altcoin you're looking for with the crypto, right? That is the crux of, back in those days, that was really the only way to get your hands on coins like ADA, was that you needed to buy some Bitcoin on Coinbase and then move it to the exchange and fund the other exchange that has the altcoins you want with Bitcoin or Ethereum or Bitcoin Cash, I guess, if you wanted to, right? Or nowadays you can kind of do that with stablecoin, right? So that is how you get onto an exchange and buy an altcoin that you can't buy on Coinbase, right? Look for the exchange that has the altcoin you're looking for. Let's say, I don't know what we're looking for here. Some altcoins. What is this? Oh, okay, here we go. Sorry. Okay, let's just do Swipe, just for the heck of it, right? Swipe, I believe, is an ERC20 token, but you can't buy it on Coinbase, right? So you can go over to CoinGecko, check out Swipe, right? And then go down to Markets, and it'll tell you all of the exchanges where you can buy it. Now, this particular coin is like hard to come by. By the way, I'll mention now, Binance has now blocked me, right? I think we talked about how you can jump on Binance with a VPN, but I tried that, and now they know that I'm who I am, right? I tried to trade. I used my VPN. I tried to trade, and they were like, can't trade. They flagged my account. That's the only, right? But let's see, CoinTiger, Hotbit. Most of these are like foreign exchanges. So, and then there's always Uniswap, which is a decentralized exchange that you can access through a number of wallets, like Metamask is the number one. You can do that. KuCoin, you can sign up for KuCoin in the US, right? It basically, you just need a email and a password, and then you can fund the account with Bitcoin and do some trading, right? And you don't have to connect your bank account. You fund the account with Bitcoin. Bittrex. Bittrex is a US-based exchange, right? I believe you can actually use your debit card on Bittrex, and you can buy this coin that we're talking about, Swipe, on Bittrex, right, directly, right? So there's a lot of, and then also Kraken has a lot of coins that you can't get on Coinbase. Let's go ahead and log into my Kraken account. Let's see, Kraken, crypto exchange Kraken. Here we go. Let's sign in. I've got a password manager, and then my two-factor is a little dandy thing here. It's a USB hardware, two-factor hardware. So I can just plug it in to my USB port and touch it, and it signs me in. All right, so I don't know that you can get, and see now, look, I'll just take this over here to this group, exchange, or do I have to open it first? Probably have to open this. Like I have to open this, and then that goes blue, and then I can just like collapse them all. That's pretty cool. I just figured this one out. Okay. Can we do swipe? So we go over here to, I believe, funding, and search for swipe. No, they don't have that one, but they do have quite a few that are not available on Coinbase, right? Like Monero, Kava, Dot, a lot of them, right? Crypto.com also has a pretty good selection of coins that you can't get on Coinbase, right? If we, let's see, let's go over here to crypto.com. Bitcoin's at 47,454. Pretty good. It's just been kind of in limbo for a couple days. I'm okay with that. So if you hit trade on crypto.com and buy, there's quite a few coins that you can choose from, right? And if you're in the US, you should be able to use this. Apparently not if you're in New York. Sorry, New York guys. All right. So crypto.com is another alternative to buy some coins that you can't buy on Coinbase. All right. I don't know what I want to move here. I'm going to buy some Bitcoin on this, and then I'm going to show you how to transfer it into a wallet. Right. So I'm going to go over to accounts, and as you can see, I've got some bonuses there that I've accumulated over time from people that have used my affiliate link. I really appreciate it. They got 25 themselves. Let's just sell all this CRO for Bitcoin. And we'll confirm that. Whoops, I got to look at it. And there we go. I just bought some Bitcoin. Now, I could have also done that with the fiat wallet. Let's see. If I had a trade by Bitcoin, you see I can use my debit card. I can trade from my wallet, which is what I just did. Or I could use the fiat account, which is loaded from my bank account. Takes a few days. But this is what the debit credit is instant. And I think in some instances they do accept certain credit cards. I think I tried it on my Chase, and the credit one did not work. The debit worked, but not the credit. I'm not sure. I guess it just depends on your bank. I wanted to do a little bit about VE chain. Can you buy XMR directly out the gate? Which is exchange should I be looking at? I would say Kraken. We just showed you Kraken. You can buy Monero. So Kraken is a US-based exchange. So sign up for Kraken if you want some Monero direct. Uphold. I'm not too crazy about Uphold. You live in New York. I don't want to buy ADA. Which exchange can I buy it on? I don't know if you're in New York. If you can gain access to CoinSwap Pro. Let's get her. CoinSwitch. I always call it swaps. Switch. Now CoinSwitch Pro is more of a kind of a swap type thing. So if you have to start with a crypto, right? So I'm assuming if you're in New York, you can buy Bitcoin somewhere, like Gemini, I think. And then you can buy ADA with that. What is going on with this? Why does it keep telling me this? I don't know. Something has changed. I don't get it. You used to be able to do this. I don't know what's wrong with this site. I used to be able to swap all kinds of stuff on here. But lately it's just been giving me a hard time. I don't understand. I mean, I've bought ADA with Bitcoin many times on this site. I don't know why it's telling me I can't. 0.5? Is it too much? They'll usually tell you that. They'll say, oh, no, it's too much. All right, let me try Litecoin. Will it let me buy Litecoin? Yes. Okay. It used to let you buy ADA. I don't know why it's not now. Let's try ETH. Let's try Ethereum. ETH to Litecoin not available. So it's like a bunch of them have been shut down for some reason. I don't know why. But I was going to say, you used to be able to go buy ADA just about anything on this site. But now it's like, it won't let you anymore. I don't know what's going on. So so much for that suggestion, right? But I've done it many times on the live stream. I've used CoinSwitch Pro to buy ADA. So I don't know. So New York, you kind of stuck out. So, but let's just check. Here's what I would go through. I'd say, okay, I want to buy some ADA. How am I going to buy some ADA, right? You go to CoinGecko, you scroll down to markets, and then you look and see where it's available. Kraken, I don't know if you can do Kraken in New York or not. I don't know. I don't see Gemini here. Binance US is not available in New York, unfortunately. Bittrex, you might try Bittrex. Bittrex is a US-based cryptocurrency exchange. I don't know if they're available in New York or not. You might try them, though. KuCoin. It's pretty easy to sign up for KuCoin. I don't know if New York will block you on that or not. I would try that, though. Crypto.com, I believe, is not available in New York either. So it's kind of hard for people in New York. You might have to do sign up for a foreign exchange like KuCoin, and if they block you because you're in the U.S., try a VPN. But I use KuCoin occasionally, and I can use it. And I'm in Michigan, so I don't know that they would say, oh, your IP address is in New York, so we're not going to allow you to sign up. You could try KuCoin. Just saying, right? But that's where you start, right? You're looking for a coin, and then go to CoinGecko, search for the coin, and read about it, and look where it can be bought, and see if you can sign up for one of those, right? All right, but I'm going to try to keep up with the questions. KuCoin is great. It works for me in New York. Awesome. Good. Also, have you heard of BROKERAGE, supported to be like Binance Chain for interoperability? Haven't tried that yet. It's a good suggestion. I'll look into that. Oops. We've talked a lot about... I can't seem to... That's going too fast for me to highlight BROKERAGE. There's a lot of good stuff going on the Polkadot blockchain. Why can't Americans use Binance? Binance blocked U.S. users because of regulatory concerns. They don't want to get sued or get into trouble with the American financial authorities. That's the long and short of it. The U.S. is pretty... although, I mean, it's funny how the U.S. can affect people in other countries, but just ask Iran, or China, how it feels to be on the bad side of the U.S., right? They'll sue you, even though you're not in their country, because you're allowing their U.S. citizens to trade on your platform, and so they'll come after them, right? So that's why Binance doesn't allow US customers, man. It's been going on for a long time. There's Binance US for US customers, but they don't have all the same coins as Binance. Okay. So I want to put some Bitcoin in my Bitcoin wallet, and this is my Ledger Live. It's a Bitcoin wallet interface, right? The device is a hardware device. The Bitcoin does not go inside this device. The Bitcoin is on the blockchain. The only thing that goes in this device are the private keys to the wallet, right? Someone kept asking me about, if you have two ledgers and they're both mirror images of each other, right? You have one ledger and then you restore a second ledger with the same recovery phrase. They are mirror images. And his question was like, well, if I put Bitcoin in one, does it go in the other? If I put Bitcoin in the other, does it go into this one? And I was like, no, it doesn't go into this at all. Think of it as a safe deposit box. You get a safe deposit box, and then they give you a key for your safety deposit box, right? You go put some gold in that safe deposit box, and then you lock it with your key, and then you go home or whatever. And then you go make a copy of that key, right? So if you go to the bank with that copy and you open your safe deposit box, the gold will still be in there, right? And if you open that with the copy and you put more gold in there, and then you go home and get the original key and go back and open up the safe deposit, the gold will still be there, right? It has nothing to do with the keys. The keys are just open the box. So if you have two ledgers that are set up with the same recovery phrase, then they'll both access the same crypto that's out there on the blockchain, right? On the ledger. And then Ledger Live will monitor your addresses, right? That's all Ledger Live does. It just monitors the address on the blockchain. A lot of people get all freaked out, like Ledger Live crashes and they think they lost all their coins. It doesn't work like that. Your coins are out there on the blockchain. They are safe, right? Reinstall Ledger Live, scan your device, set up your accounts again. Everything's fine, right? But anyway, I digress. I wanted to point out to people that you want to keep Ledger Live upgraded. You want to make sure you're running the latest version of Ledger Live. If you're not, there'll be like a blue bar up there that says you need to update Ledger Live. Right? Keep Ledger Live upgraded. You also want to keep your device updated firmware-wise. Hearing a lot of sob stories about people who've had their device in the drawer for 3 years and then they can't open it. It won't connect to Ledger Live because the firmware is too old. It won't update, right? It's too outdated. So, and they're screaming that they lost their crypto and that Ledger's a big scam. But really, all they need to do is just get a new Ledger and use their 24-word recovery phrase to restore that new Ledger that's running all the latest firmware, right? Unfortunately, if you leave your device in the drawer for 3 years, it will become so outdated that you can't even update the firmware. I'm sorry that happens, right? It's kind of like trying to, have you turned on a computer running Windows 7 lately and tried to browse the web? Things are not going to work right? And then, okay, you need to update your browser. And then the browser says, but the browser won't run on this operating system, right? And then you need to update your system. So you update your system and then it says, you don't have enough memory to run Windows 10, So like things get outdated. So don't leave your ledger in the drawer. And then what we're going to do is, you'll notice, I just wanted to point out this blue dot here. See that blue dot over here? The blue dot is telling me that there's something that needs to be updated in the manager, right? So I'm just going to connect my device here. And I'm going to enter my PIN. You have to maintain this device, right? It's just like anything, like a phone. Have you tried, whoops, I got to go back, sorry. Have you tried playing Candy Crush on your iPhone 4 lately, right? Not going to happen, right? You just have to keep the device updated. So sometimes you got to buy a brand new one. Ledger's not bad in the fact that you can update the firmware without having to buy a new device. You should be grateful for that, but you have to keep it up to date. right? So take out the ledger from the drawer like once or twice a year and run the firmware update, and all will be well, right? It's not a big deal. You just got to keep it updated occasionally, right? All right, so here we are at the home screen. I'm just going to turn on the secondary camera here for a sec. Let's do this. Let's get in here. All right. All right, so we're going to go over to the manager, right? There's the blue dot. So what does the manager want me to look at, right? I've got to allow Ledger Manager on the device by hitting both buttons. I'm assuming that it has updates, right? So firmware is up to date, right? If it's not, when you go to Manager, firmware will say it needs to be updated. Firmware updates are not that scary anymore. They used to be a little, gut-wrenching, but it's not that difficult to update your firmware anymore. Just follow the steps. It'll update. And at some point, they'll say disconnect and reconnect, right? But back in the old days, you had to hold buttons while you're reconnecting and do all kinds of calisthenics. It's not that difficult anymore, right? And yes, sometimes it freezes up during firmware updates. I don't know why. It's a fairly common problem. I don't know how common it is. It's never happened to me, but I get a lot of people that tell me that they were in the middle of a firmware update and it got stuck, and then they had to get another device. Doesn't mean you lost your crypto, right? Yeah, you got to buy another device. Unfortunately, it happens. But really what's going on now is they just want me to update these apps. Notice that I have 3 apps here that need to be updated, right? That's what the blue dot was telling me. So we need to make sure that we keep the software updated, Ledger Live. We need to make sure the firmware is updated, and we also need to make sure that our apps are updated, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and do that now. Notice on the device, you'll see processing, right, shortly, right? Just make sure you keep this thing updated, right? It's just general maintenance. Yeah, it might take a minute. But I can't really disconnect it or anything. Let me just, while we're here. All right, so a lot of people are asking questions. Let me scroll back a little bit. Rex, can you show us how to buy on Uniswap? I could, yeah. I could show you that. It's a little expensive right now, but I can show you how it works. How can PancakeSwap do those kind of returns? Is it the next BitConnect? I don't know. I believe that how can they do those kind of returns? That's pretty good. They use smart contracts, and they're staking the coins. You stake the coins in the smart contracts, and I'm assuming that you're providing liquidity, which they need. Everyone needs, right? It's a community type project. And then when you're staking the coins in smart contracts, they have the use of those coins, similar to the way when you deposit your money in a bank, the bank has use of the funds that you've deposited. So banks make a lot of money. Are you questioning how do banks make so much money? Just because people deposit their money in them, right? Same concept, right? Their smart contracts allow people to deposit their coins to provide liquidity or stake their coins to earn returns. And I'm sure once those coins are in these smart contracts, they're being utilized on the back end to help the platform grow, right? Just like when you put money in a bank, the bank makes money, right? But instead they're giving, the banks used to pay you interest back in the day. Now they don't much, right? But these platforms do. Okay, I'm talking too much here. Oh, okay, we're done, right? We're up to date. All our things are up to date now. Right, so before I go to questions, I'm going to put some Bitcoin in the wallet. Sorry. Okay, here's Bitcoin main. Right. Now, I could do a receive and show my QR code and scan it with my Crypto.com app. but I believe I already have this wallet whitelisted. I'm going to try it. Let's give it a try. It's a brand new address. Right, so you saw me buy some Bitcoin, and now we want to move this Bitcoin into a wallet. Right, so let's go into the Bitcoin account. Let's hit transfer. Let's hit withdraw. Let's hit external wallet. And I've got a bunch of Ledger wallets in there, but I'm going to try to add this new one. Each time you use the Bitcoin wallet in Ledger Live, it will generate a brand new receiving address. So I'm going to hit the plus up there if it won't take. I don't know what it is about this. Just too close to the edge, I guess. I'm going to scan it with my QR code here. There we go. We're scanning the Bitcoin address into my exchange. I'll call this new ledger. I got a lot of them in there. Whoops. It may or may not take it because it is a wallet that I'm copying my QR code into my clipboard by tapping that code, and then I'll just paste it in here. We'll hit continue, and they're going to send me an email. I've had people say that when they tap that open email, it doesn't work. So just wait for the email to come in, and then you can confirm from here. Open your browser, and hopefully it's going to do it. Okay, good. All right, it used to just disappear, but it doesn't anymore. But anyway, I got to back out, and let's go back in, and there's that new ledger address, right? Well, let's hit withdraw Bitcoin. We'll go ahead and do the max. I would suggest if you're new to try a small transaction first. Don't withdraw all of it in one fell swoop and make a mistake. You don't want that to happen. So always test it out first. I've done this many times, so I'm just going to go with it, right? Need that two-factor again. I'm going to go back over to Google Authenticator, tap the code, slide back over here, and tap paste, and continue. And we'll watch that Bitcoin move from crypto.com to my wallet. Why? Why did I do that? Why did I buy the Bitcoin on an exchange and then transfer it to my own wallet, right? Because an exchange like crypto.com or Coinbase or Binance US, they're holding the Bitcoin on my behalf, just like a bank holds money on your behalf. It's not really your money, right? The only thing they give you in return is the right to request the money that's in your account, right? But what if the internet's down? What if the IRS seizes the funds that are on that exchange? What if they get shut down? What if they get hacked? I mean, it's not your Bitcoin unless it's in your wallet, right? So that's why I prefer to hold my Bitcoin in my own wallet. It's much safer and secure that way. All right, so we just did our first, for all the people that are new, buy some Bitcoin, transfer it into a wallet, right? We can do the same thing with the Coinbase as well. Let's try a different type of wallet, right? You can go on the internet. You can go on the internet and get the Electrum Bitcoin wallet. It's free, right? This ledger costs you a little bit of money, but the private keys are held on the device, safe and secure. But there's other ways to store Bitcoin. The Electrum Bitcoin wallet is desktop-based Bitcoin wallet. You download it and install it on your computer. The private keys are held on your computer, on your hard drive, right? So it's only as safe as your computer. So keep your computer free of malware, bloatware, spyware, all that stuff, right? Make sure that you don't download a bunch of junk, and then have like malware protection and virus protection, firewall protection. Just keep your computer safe and your private keys will be safe. Keep your doors locked and your windows closed, right? The physical security of your computer. Take that into account, all right? All right, so once you get the Electrum Bitcoin wallet installed on your computer, it's just like any other piece of software, right? I want to receive some Bitcoin, so let's hit receive. I'm going to generate a new address, And there it is, right? I can just copy it into my clipboard. Do I need to, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I can't spell. All right. I guess. I don't know. Expires in 1 day. That's kind of weird. Okay. All right, now I have 2. So we'll just double click this. Okay, they're both different. Okay. I haven't used this one in a while. All right, so I'll just copy the Bitcoin address into my clipboard. Notice it's using a SegWit Bitcoin address. Not every cryptocurrency exchange supports native SegWit, pardon me. There's SegWit and native SegWit. But let's go ahead and let's do send receive. Whoops. Oh, I got myself signed out. Let's get here. 145-441. Verify. I try to do this quickly every live stream just so you guys can see how it works. All the people that are new, and as soon as I'm done with this, I'm going to go start reading questions. Send receive. We want to send, right? We want to send all the Bitcoin that we have, right? The Bitcoin here is default. I'm going to paste in. Okay, I don't know why. I have someone, bless their heart, I don't know, they're older, I guess, and they keep telling me that they can't paste the address into Coinbase. And I've gone over it so many times. I don't quite understand what's going wrong with them. But, I explained to them, all these steps, and then you click here and right click and paste. Bless their hearts. I don't know why they can't seem to get that done, but whatever. We all have issues, right? All right, so but there's the Bitcoin address of my Electrum wallet. We'll hit continue. We'll hit send now. They want my 2-factor again. Sign in. Every time you send Bitcoin out, you got to put it in 2-factor. All right, there goes the Bitcoin. So we've done 2 Bitcoin transactions where we bought on this was already in my account, but you saw how I could have bought more if I wanted to. All right, let's go over to Ledger, and we're still waiting for some Bitcoin here. I don't see it yet. Might take a while. Don't freak out. Oh, Electrum already shows that Bitcoin came in. Pretty cool, right? So I can go to history now, and you see the Bitcoin came in. It's not much. I don't, very small amount of Bitcoin. Was that all it was? 0.0006? It was only $30 worth of Bitcoin. Okay. Okay, we can go to the Bitcoin portfolio and look at the outgoing. There it is. Yeah, 0.0006. As Bitcoin gets more expensive, these amounts, these trifling amounts get smaller as far as Bitcoin is concerned, right? But we're good, right? Now, interesting thing about Electrum is it detected the transaction right away, but it's not confirmed yet. It'll take a bit for it to be confirmed, and we'll just sort of keep looking back at it and keeping an eye on it. Now it's in my wallet, and a lot of people ask me stuff like, well, if it's in my wallet, what if the price goes up? Well, it'll still be worth more even if it's in your wallet. Just like a bag of gold under your bed will still be worth more if the price of gold goes up, right? It's just in a different location. So if the price of Bitcoin goes up, then you transfer it back to an exchange and you sell it. It's not that hard to get. But a lot of people, I don't know, their mind doesn't wrap around it, right? I could just as easily send this Bitcoin out somewhere else, back to the exchange if I wanted to. But I'll have to wait for it to confirm first, right? So the crypto, and then okay, well, what about that crypto.com? Where's your Bitcoin? Let's go back over to crypto.com. And let's go to history. It's up in the top right. There's like a little clock there. Touch it. Pending BTC withdrawal, right? I can see that I have a pending Bitcoin withdrawal, and I can even see that address that it's going to. Right, so let's go here. Oops, sorry. There it is. It's not the same address. I don't know what happened. Okay. Withdraw to HSM. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Oh, well, we'll see. It should come in. Maybe. Lord in heaven. That's weird. Oh, I guess I can't see the whole thing, maybe? WDRMYZ? I don't know. I don't know. It looks weird. It doesn't look the same. Yeah. Okay. Whatever. Maybe it's just generated a new one. Right? Okay. We'll see. If it comes in, it comes in. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's only $200. All right. Let me go over to questions. Sorry, guys. I remember last week I was like, oh my God, I missed so many of your questions. Bitcoin does not Bittrex does not support native SegWit, only SegWit. You can also create a SegWit account in Ledger Live, right? This one here. If when you create a new Bitcoin account, you have the choice. You can create a native SegWit or a SegWit if you need to receive from places like Bittrex. I use the 25th word passphrase. I wouldn't recommend that for beginners because if you lose that passphrase, you lose your crypto. That's why I'm laughing. I voted for Trump. Golden Gate. Hey, Rex, what do you think about copy trading for the new traders, or what do you recommend? I'm not sure what copy trading is, unfortunately. Hey, Rex, can you show how to move ERC20 token like AirSwap from Metamask to Ledger? Yeah, that's not too bad. Let's go to Metamask. Let's see. I'm going to try to find a wallet that's got some Ethereum in it. I say question mark. I think, oh, well, first of all, let's switch to Ethereum. I'm on Binance Smart Chain. All right, so let's see. Is there any, okay, this one has just a tiny little bit of Ethereum in it. Okay, it has like a fragment of Uni in here. Okay, so I'll show you. I want to move this from my MetaMask wallet to my Ledger. Why? I don't know. Let's just say the MetaMask wallet is also a desktop-based non-custodial wallet. The private keys for the MetaMask wallet are stored on your computer somewhere, right? In like your app data folder, right? Way down deep in your file system, right? But they are there on your computer. And some people consider that less secure than the Ledger, right? Because the Ledger is separate. The private keys are separate. So, okay, let's say I have an Ethereum wallet here, and I would like to move some crypto from one place to another. So we just go over here. I think a Polkastar. Isn't that what I showed over here? POLS? Okay, there's some Polkastarter here. Wow, that's cool. I didn't know I had any. 26. That's not bad. Okay. I love finding coins I forgot about. Let's move some POLS over to my Ledger. And as you can see, I already have some here, Polkastarter. So we'll just click on the Polkastarter, and we'll do a receive, continue. Now we can verify this if we want to, just to make sure that the device is properly synced, right? It wants me to open the Ethereum app. It's going to show me the address on the device. This is a fail-safe, just showing you that this device is, in fact, associated with this account, right? Just make sure the two addresses match. Copy it into my clipboard, and then I'll go over here and just hit approve. Right? It's just a fail-safe. I could have just as easily done a receive and said, I don't have my device to get the address, right? I'm familiar with this address. It's the same address as the main Ethereum wallet. If we do receive from the main part of the Ethereum. It's the same address. Every Ethereum wallet and all the ERC20 tokens have the same address of the main Ethereum and the tokens, right? Now, let's go back over to Metamask and send it from Metamask to our ledger, all right? Let's hit there. Let's hit send. Let's paste in the address of my ledger. Now, do I have enough? Let's go back and just check. Let's cancel this real quick. How much is in there? Okay, so it's 0.006 ETH. It's not very much ETH. I'm kind of scraping the bottom of the barrel here, but it looks like I got enough. I got 12 US dollars worth. So let's go ahead and give it a try. Let's try send again. We'll paste in that address. And 10, yeah, I don't want to do fast. That would like use up all the Ethereum in the wallet. Now, what if I had just not enough Ethereum in the wallet? What would I do? Well, in this case, if I want to get that ERC20 token out, I'll have to move some Ethereum into this wallet to cover those fees. That can be done, right? So I had Victoria ask me earlier. She said she had some ERC20 stuck in a wallet. Well, it won't come out because you need Ethereum in there for your transaction fees. That's the way the Ethereum wallets work. So let's go ahead and just like roll the dice, and we'll use that what little is available should be enough to get us through. We'll just watch and see if it confirms or not, right? So basically, there, it confirmed. Bing, bang, boom, it moved. Now we can go over here, and let's go back to our Polka. And is that it? Is it there? That was quick. That's it, February 13th, received. But it doesn't say how much. I'd have to go back and look at it again. I'm pretty sure it was more than what was there, right? I have to rewind the video and double check. I'm pretty sure. Well, let's see. I think it was... All right. Let's get the calculator here real quick. That was loud. All right. So originally we had 1191 in there, and then we withdrew 415 at one point. So it should be 776. Okay. So this new... What the heck? Oh, did I not send it? Oh, dude, I didn't send any. I'm such a dum-dum. Oh, I do that so much. Oh, I do that so often. It's embarrassing. Okay, so what I did was I did a send, but I didn't put it in the amount. I always do that, right? I needed to, when I put in the address, I needed to put in the amount, right? I forgot, right? So I just wasted like 16 bucks. Right now it's telling me that I don't have enough, right? But I showed you how to do it, right? So don't forget to put in the amount, right? Now, oh, okay, so why don't I put a little Ethereum in here so that I can get those polls out? How much is that polls worth? 114, right? So what did I spend? 12 bucks? 10 bucks? All right, so let's go ahead and do a, where are we here? Receive. Why does it say buy? I don't want to buy. Oh, the receive. The receive is just click the address, right? Let's go over to this Ethereum wallet. Let's send some Ethereum to that MetaMask wallet. We'll hit continue. I don't know, 50? Yeah, let's put 50 in there. It's going to cost me $5. Maybe we'll just put 30. Yeah, it's still going to cost me $5. Whatever. Yeah, it's like, hey man, your network fee is more than 10% of what you're sending. I know. All right, it wants me to verify it. This is what the private key is doing, right? The private key is it's asking me, okay, do you want to authorize this? And I'm saying yes. Accept. There we go. We'll send it. Should broadcast shortly. And we should all be happy, right? Okay, there it goes. All right. And we'll try that again in a minute. Okay, so basically you can look here. It's like, okay, you just sent some Ethereum out. It might take it a minute. You can track it, view and explore. It's still pending. It shouldn't take too long, hopefully. Let's check that Bitcoin. That Bitcoin came in? Okay, there it is. So the Bitcoin came in from crypto.com. Now, it says it was only $183 worth of Bitcoin. I don't know if the price of Bitcoin fluctuated, or they're just telling me it's different than... actually, yeah, it cost me 0.0004 BTC to send that. So 0.0004. Yeah, so it did take some out of the $200 worth. So, you know, there are fees on the Bitcoin blockchain. Always keep that in mind. And so some people would say, oh, well, why move it to your wallet? You're paying fees every time. I still feel safer keeping it in my own wallet. All right. All right, let's go back to Metamask and see over in this browser. It should come in, and we'll just keep an eye on it. But we should get some Ether in this wallet shortly. All right, and then we can send that POLS out. It's worth it, right? I don't know. Is it? All right, let me see what you guys are asking me. Okay. Oh my gosh. I'm getting behind here, guys. What is your Telegraph account? Are you planning on participating on any pre-sale of soon? What coin? I don't have a Telegraph account. Thanks, Rex. I have a Nano S working with Win Desktop, by the way, not a smartphone right now. Any clarity would help if anyone would want to jump in looking at XMR. I think we talked about that. You can buy it on Kraken. OS, thanks for the compliment. Love watching my videos. Thank you. Is ETH the same as ETH 2.0? No, ETH 2.0 is the newer protocol. It's in transitional phase right now. It's not finalized. So right now, ETH is regular old ETH, right? ETH 2.0 is something different. The new, better ETH, right? But it's not active yet. Still working. NOK just gave me 50. Okay, that's really nice of you, Adrian. I appreciate it. Amazing content, big fan, really need help with my Ledger Nano S that I lost my password for. Afraid of restoring it with my backup sheet. Need you. Don't be afraid to do a restore. I'm assuming what, you lost you forgot your PIN? If you're okay, let's look at it, Adrian. Let's look at it in a couple of ways. You're afraid to overwrite the configuration that you have with your backup phrase because you're afraid somehow you're going to lose the Bitcoin that you can't get to because you don't remember your PIN. So you've already forgotten your PIN, so there's really nothing you can do about the Bitcoin that's there, unless maybe you wrote the PIN down somewhere and you might run across it while you're cleaning your house at some point in the future, or it will suddenly come to you in a dream or whatever. You'll suddenly remember your PIN, and then you'll be able to get back in. I don't know where you're at with your attempts. Maybe you've tried once or twice and it's telling you one more try and you're done for. I don't know how much crypto you're dealing with here. But if it's tens of thousands of dollars worth of Bitcoin, then go out and buy a new device, right? If you're looking at, so your choice is spend $100 on a new device, nano device, or lose $10,000 worth of Bitcoin. I don't know. Which one should I do? Should I buy a new device or should I lose access to the 10 grand in crypto? What should I do? What should I do? If you're so worried about overwriting your old device that you might remember your PIN, then get another device and restore to that, right? Just think of it logically. Order a new device from Ledger and do a restore. I've got several videos on how you do restores. Let's see here. I'm not going to do that. I've done that too many times. Let's do this. What are those? Playlist? No, playlist. What am I doing here? Restore. All right. So I have how to restore a Ledger Nano X from a Ledger Nano S, right? So if you have a Ledger Nano S now, you need to do a restore, obviously, since you've forgotten your PIN. You need to do a restore. So order a new Ledger device. I would recommend getting the X, right? And watch this video step by step. How to do a restore. I take you through all the steps. It's pretty easy. It's not that bad, right? It's nerve-wracking when you're dealing with that much money. And I just did something earlier. I forget what it was. Yeah, I was doing something that there was a lot of money involved, and I was kind of sweating it out, even though I knew I was doing everything right. I was just like, it's nerve-wracking. It just doesn't matter how experienced you are. It's always going to be a little nerve-wracking. But that would be my advice. And why don't you shoot me an email so that we can stay in contact? Right? My email is in the description down here below of the live stream video. So why don't you shoot me an email and just kind of keep me appraised of your situation. But go buy another device and do a restore from your 24-word recovery phrase. You obviously have it, so don't fret. You're okay, right? You'll be able to re-access your crypto after you do your restore. Follow that video step by step, and you'll be able to re-access that crypto. Let me go down to the bottom here. Adrian. So like I said, Adrian, my email is in the description here, right? CryptoDad's email. Shoot me an email, Adrian, and we'll stay in contact. I'll make sure you get that crypto recovered. But first step, buy a new ledger. Restore to that new ledger. Follow this video, and you should be fine, right? You could reset it because you've obviously forgotten the PIN, but if restore to a new device is a little easier, a little less nerve-wracking than wiping the device and starting from scratch. I would, but that's just me. I know in my heart and heart of my soul that if I have my 24-word recovery phrase, that it's not going to be a problem. But I know it can be nerve-wracking for newer people. So recover to a secondary device. If you restore, don't you recover the private keys of the wallets? Yes, you do. Right. You recover the master private key of your device, and when you install the apps, it recreates the existing wallets that were on the original device. Right. They're just mirror images of the other wallets that got created when you created them on your original device, right? Your backup device will recreate the same wallets. It's mathematics, right? It's amazing how it works. Okay, let's see here. God, so many people here tonight. Getting red error B on Ledger Live. Ledger Live can be a little quirky sometimes. Let's check our Metamask and see where we're at with that. I just want to... did it come in? Yeah, okay. All right, so you saw me. I reseeded the Metamask wallet. All right, let's go back over here to our Ethereum wallet. Let's go to Polka Starter. Let's do receive, continue. I'm I'm not going to verify. I know this is the correct ERC20 address. Let's go back to our MetaMask. All right, we're going to go down here to the POLS. Let's click send. Let's hit paste. We'll do average again. Now it's 13 for some bizarre reason. Okay, let's put in the amount. Now it's 16. Okay, Ethereum network fees are crazy right now, but whatever. Right, let's make sure that it goes through this time. I mean, so where would I go negative, right? If it were only $25 worth of POLS, I probably wouldn't have gone through all that. But it's like a nice little chunk. There it is. Okay, now we got it, right? So you saw me waste $12 on an empty transaction. And so now you can say I saw the CryptoDad do a what do they call it? Epic fail. What was that? Let me think. Some I don't remember what cartoon it was. My daughter was watching. God, who was that? Oh, Breadwinners. Dun, 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 dun. I remember. They were like, it was an epic fail, and then his friend goes, "Yeah, but at least it was epic." That's cool. All right, so we got our Polka starter. Let's see, what else? Should we put that uni in there too? There was some uni in there. A little bit of uni. Not much. 18 bucks. Now, is it worth it? Should I send the uni $14 transaction fee to dig out the $18 worth of uni? I don't think so. I don't know. Should I just leave it in there forever? I don't know. But I'm just not going to worry about it. Maybe when the Uniswap goes to like $100, it'll make it worth it to me to move this 0.8 out. But as it stands right now, I'm not going to worry about it, right? The Ethereum network is overloaded and ridiculous right now. I have to admit that. I wouldn't want to trade on Uniswap right now. The trading fees are outrageous. The wait times are horrible. Even trying to just transfer crypto back and forth on the Ethereum network is ridiculous, right? So that's why we need Ethereum 2.0, and that's why if you're going to do DEX, you're better off on the Binance Smart Chain or maybe the Polka chain, the Polkadot network, right? That stuff's coming into play now, right? That's why it's good to be in on the the Binance Smart Chain and the Polka. All right, so let's see, where are we with Electrum? All right, notice how it's kind of like got a little clock here and it's red. And it's as the clock gets closer to an entire hour, it will eventually turn green and tell me that this transaction is fully confirmed. This $30 worth of Bitcoin, right? All right, I wanted to do some Binance Smart Chain stuff for you guys. Hey Rex, outside of the main coins supported on Ledger, how do you store other coins like AAVE? Do you have a separate wallet? Can you put them on a Ledger? Thank you. Okay, that's a very good question, right? He's not asking me what do I think about the price action of AAVE. He's asking me how do you store a coin that you're not sure if I can put it on the Ledger. So, well, the first thing I'll do is I'll check to see if I can put it on the Ledger or not, right? So we would go over to let's see, I've got a couple. You guys might want to check this video out. It's horrible because at the very beginning, I'm not sure that it's working. It's my very first live stream, and I spend a bunch of minutes like clopping on my keyboard because I don't realize that the preview runs at a delay, and I thought something was wrong. So I spent like the first 5 minutes of the video just being an idiot. But it's pretty cool. I'm just going to close it now. All right, so AAVE, right? Let's do this, AAVE, so we know what we're talking about, all right? So the first thing I'll do is I'll go over to, let's close these. I'm going to try to keep things tidy here tonight. Oh, let's put this one in this group, right? And then I can, okay. All right, so let's go over to, what were we going to do? Oh, Ledger. All right, we'll go to crypto assets. I agree, whatever. You want all my information, go ahead. Everyone else has it. AAVE, is it supported at all? I don't think it's an ERC20 token anymore, is it? I think it is, right? Is it? I think it's an ERC20 token, if I'm not mistaken. Now, some coins graduate to their own blockchains. Anybody out there know if this guy is got its own blockchain now? Huh. I am not quite sure. But let's check on an exchange. Let's see here. Let's go to balance here. Let's see if they have it. They don't have it. All right. So who has it? Anybody? Crypto.com? I don't know. Binance, of course. Binance has it. Nobody will let us use it. Coinbase Pro has it. Okay, so let's go to Coinbase Pro. I think I logged myself out. Let's get ourselves logged back in again. No. Okay, you use your Coinbase two-factor for Coinbase Pro. Same credentials. So let's see. Okay. Deposit AAV. Okay. Let's see what the deposit credit to your account. Oh, from another wallet, right? Only send of Aave to this address. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that looks like a ERC20 address, right? I'm gonna buy some. I don't have any money in Coinbase Pro, so I can't really buy any right now to do. But let's say, okay, so you got a little bit of it somewhere, I'm assuming, and you want to put it in your Ledger wallet, right? So go to Ledger and go to your Ethereum wallet and choose Add Token. And let's hit AAVE, right? There it is. It says it's Ethereum, but let's say I'm unsure of myself, like it's VET. I think you could still like ask for VET. No, not anymore. Okay. But AAVE, all right. So it's telling me that it's an ERC20 token. And it's saying, okay, there it is. Send it to this address. So I would maybe send, I know fees are high right now, but maybe send a little bit just to test it and see if it ends up in the wallet properly. I think it will, right? And then you could also poke around on their website a little bit and see if you can figure out if it's got its own blockchain yet or not. I don't know. I think it's an ERC20 token. Anybody? Anybody? Do follow Rex. Thank you, Adrian. Appreciate it. Help. What crypto exchange is best is supported by Ledger Live and will work on my Macintosh. Bernie, I don't think there's any problem. I think there is, Macs can run web browsers. So Coinbase, all these ones that we've talked about tonight should work fine on your Mac. Ledger Live is supported on the Mac, right? You can download Ledger Live on your Mac and run it. Let's see here. Ledger Live. You can download it and run it on your Mac, right? And then you can run, your Mac probably has Safari, but you should be able to log into Coinbase from your Mac Safari browser and set yourself up with a Coinbase account. easy peasy, right? There are other coins that you can't get on Coinbase, right? Coinbase only has like 15 different cryptos, but as long as you're running a browser, you should be able to get signed up for Binance US or Kraken or whatever, right? Just because you're on a Mac doesn't mean it won't work. I guess somebody's trying to spam that spammed before, and I've already hid them. I'm glad to see that's working. I just want to, another thing I'd like to mention is that in the comment section of my live stream, there's somebody that pretends to be me that replies to people and tries to get them to go to his Telegram site or whatever, give him money, I don't know. He has my name and my picture icon. It looks a lot like me, but it's not. And I don't know how to stop this person. Usually when you click on their comment and choose hide user from channel, they can't post anymore. But they keep doing it. So I don't know if they're like adding themselves a new account that, I don't know if they're adding a space onto the end of the username or before it or whatever they're doing. They're managing to get around everything that I know how to do to ban them from my channel. But they keep doing it. So please, I would never ask you to send me crypto. I'm never going to ask you to go to my Telegram, anything dumb like that. Just try to ignore them. I've done everything that I know how to do to stop them. Anybody that has any suggestions, I'm open. Okay, so yeah, Aave is an ERC20 token, so you can buy it. We saw that you could buy it on Kraken if you just want to. If you would rather buy it on a decentralized exchange, I think it would be cheaper than trying to get it on Uniswap. The Uniswap fees are really high right now. Uniswap is great for like new coins, but I wouldn't want to use it to get like a coin I could get on a regular exchange, right? Your fees will be lower to buy it, to trade for it on a centralized exchange. All right. Boy, that guy just won't stop. Hack the hacker. Rex, would you report them to YouTube? It's explicitly against TOS. Yeah, I've tried to like contact YouTube. I'll try. I'll do it. But back in the day, I used to report people all the time, and it didn't seem to have much effect. I don't know. Like when someone leaves a comment, I can click report, and then I go through this whole thing about where you tell them why, and nothing ever seemed to happen that I could see. But maybe I'll try that next time. Boo boo boo, man! People here are just trying to spam, I guess. I don't know. So I can hide people from the channel that are spamming the YouTube, or I mean the chat window. Guys, watch out for, okay, all right, another spammer. I'm going to scroll up a little bit. If I'm missing questions, I really apologize. You need to get that verified badge on your YouTube so people know it's the real you. Well, if you notice in my comment section, let me go to last week's. Crashed. Okay. Let's see if they did it. There he is. There's that guy. For more enlightened, write me, right? And I do this. I go hide user from channel. I could do report, I guess. I don't know what he's doing. Unwanted or commercial content spam, I guess, right? And they say okay, and whatever. But notice if I make a comment here. My comment has like this gray bar around my name. His does not, right? See, his name is just out there, right? Mine has the gray, his doesn't, right? I don't know the confirm thing. I'll look into that. I'm working on my New Year's resolution is 100,000 subscribers. I just crossed 70, and it didn't take me that long to go from 60 to 70. We kind of calculated 3 months per 10,000, but I'm hoping that it'll be quicker than that. When I get 100,000 subscribers, I get like the YouTube button. We'll see. But I'll look into doing the verify thing. I don't know if I can, how that works, but I'll check into it. I mean, I'm assuming it's similar to like the blue check on Twitter, which they won't let you do anymore, apparently, at least for now. Whatever. All right, so we'll close that. So anyway, that's just kind of maintenance. Is this week's? No, it's last week's. Let's look at this week's, just in case. All right. Can you check my last question? Okay, Adrian. Let's see here. Adrian. Rex, look at my last question. Up. Adrian. Where are you, Adrian? Jeez. Jedi. Hide user from channel. Okay, Adrian. Okay, Adrian. I'm looking. It's up here somewhere. Adrian, where are you? Where's that question? Doggone it. Oh, man. I can't find your question, Adrian. It must be way up there. Adrian. Where is your question? Good Lord. Okay. I went all the way to the top. I don't know what I did. People can't spam that much then? Question mark. Try. All right, let me look at your icon. Okay, it's just the A. Okay. Adrian. Possible to chat slower also. It's possible to make the chat slower also. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I know I've been doing this YouTube thing, this live stream for many years. I still don't really know all the controls on the chat protocol. I'll have to check it out. God, I don't know where your question is, Adrian. I keep looking. Can you check my last... Okay, I'm looking, Adrian. Thanks again. Okay, I'm looking. Can you check... Oh my God. Let's see here. Come on. I gotta find your question, bud. I gotta find it. Rex, look at my last question up. Adrian. You just cut and paste the question again. A. It's not there. Adrian, when you tipped me, I thought we already answered that, right? You asked me about what you do to restore your ledger when you forget your PIN. I thought we did all that. We've been through all this, haven't we? And then, support check last 2 messages. Okay. Jeez. This is a different Adrian, right? No. Okay. My God. Haven't I answered Adrian's question? I thought I did. Okay. I thought you asked me, did you ask me another question? Because I can't find it. So just send me an email or ask it again. Cut and paste it back into the window. Boy, everybody's just spamming tonight. It's like, why even bother here? Okay. Yeah, no speak English. No say English. Okay. Oh, if he loses his sheet, you're done. If you lost your 24-word recovery phrase, you're done. It's over. Period. If you don't have that recovery phrase, you're done. You lost your crypto. Period. Sorry to say that. I thought you said you had your recovery phrase. If you lost that, you're done. It's over. All right? Unless you miraculously remember your PIN. Okay. My Coinbase wallet is stuck on a page that has 2 options. 1, create new wallet. 2, already have a wallet. There's no signing out or any way to get out of this page. What do I need to do? Okay. Let's take a look at this real quick. If you're, and I'm assuming you're talking about the Coinbase wallet and not your Coinbase account. And so you're at the spot where it says, I guess you can only create one wallet in this guy, huh? Most, like Trust Wallet, will allow you to create multiple wallets. But I don't see that option here. So when you first start this guy, yeah, it doesn't look like it allows multiple wallets like Trust does. So you're at the page where it says create new or restore. And apparently you can't do either one, right? When you tap on the buttons, nothing's happening. Right? Have you tried just quitting the app completely and trying again? Like on the, like you can sort of slide it up and just like quit like that. And maybe it'll reset when you relaunch it. Right? I don't know. You've probably tried that. Maybe turn off your phone and reboot your phone and then relaunch the Coinbase wallet app and see if it takes you back to that. That's the start page, though. You're going to have to do one or the other, right? You're going to have to create a new wallet or restore from seed phrase. So you say it's stuck. I'm assuming you're, like when you tap the button, nothing happens? I'm not sure. I would suggest quitting the app and restarting it, or rebooting your phone and trying to get back into it that way. Save that, then just delete the app from your phone. Just like, remove the app and start over, because it looks like you haven't put anything in it yet. So delete it and re-download it and try again. Those are my 3. Quit the app, force quit the app, reboot your phone, or delete the app and then reinstall it from the App Store. I don't know if you're on Android or iOS. Oh, my Coinbase wallet is stuck. Okay. Good seeing you. Question, how long are you supposed to hold an altcoin before you cash out? Rule of thumb. I have some altcoins that I've had since 2017. It's funny, and this new bull market that we're in, there are coins that were negative. I saw negative for years that are finally now positive again. Some people would say, oh, if the coin is like not performing, then just get rid of it. But I had some of these coins I had faith in, and I decided to just hang on to them. Whether you want to sell your coin when it gets a certain amount of profit, that's entirely your judgment, right? If it doubles, maybe sell half of it. If it triples, sell a third of it. If it quadruples, sell it all. I don't know. Jesus Christ, man, seriously. Why are people doing these dumbass things? Seriously. Wow. It's just like so disgusting that people just really just want to come in here and just cut and paste. Yeah, maybe I'm going to have to figure that one out. Jeez. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't do live streams anymore with all these idiots. I bought some NFT at Engine Market and I sent it to my ledger almost a week ago. I can't see it yet. Is the ledger compatible with NFTs? I don't know about that. Boston Mike, make you a chat moderator. Yeah, it's like, geez, man. This is ridiculous. Rex, no problem. I actually sent you a lot of support tokens. Guess people spamming too much these days. What I need, So IT Pro to help me. I have lots of funds and do not trust myself. Don't trust myself. That's funny. That's like, oh my God. I was like Brewster's Millions. You remember that? Brewster's Millions, the guy, I was Richard Pryor. He inherited like $10 million. And they were like, okay, we'll give you $100 million if you can spend the $10 million in a week or something. Or maybe it was like he was going to get $10 million if he could spend $1 million in a week. Whatever it was. He had to spend a huge amount of money in a short amount of time, and at the end of that period had nothing to show for it. That was the deal, right? Brewster's Millions. But I remember the one thing that he did that was really clever. The one thing he did that was really clever was he bought like this really rare stamp for like 200 grand or whatever, and then he used it to mail a letter. Right? Because like he had to spend the money and not have anything left to show for it. That's pretty cool. So I don't know, maybe you're Adrian. I actually sent you a lot of support tokens. Thank you. Guess people are spamming too much these days. What I need is a pro to help me. Send me an email. We can talk. Best paper wallet. I don't know. Whoops. My chair gives out on me sometimes. And I freak out. All right. And then I go out of focus. And the live stream just goes berserko. There's Bitcoin address. .org, I believe. I mean, paper wallets. I mean, it's like you go on this site, bitaddress.org, and make sure that it's bitaddress.org. There's a lot of fake ones out there, right? And they say that you really should do this part offline, right, rather than being on the internet. I've just created an empty Bitcoin paper wallet, which I can print out. Of course, I would never put any Bitcoin in this because the secret private key has been revealed, right, to all of you, right? But you can send Bitcoin into this wallet. The only problem is at some point you need to sweep the private keys into a compatible wallet. And I believe that Electrum does that, right? Sweep, there you go. Sweep private key in there, paste. Is it going to do it? No, I don't know. It doesn't work very well. So if you're going to do the paper wallet thing, make sure you test it so that you have a verified, for a fact that you'd be able to sweep the private keys back in properly. Go through that rather than just creating a paper wallet and sending a bunch of Bitcoin in there. And then I've had people that send me emails and they're like, I put a Bitcoin in a paper wallet 3 years ago and now I can't sweep it for whatever reason. I don't know. Maybe I'll look into it a little more. But bitaddress.org, I'm sure there's like a lot of sites where you can generate paper wallets. It's not rocket science, right? Well, it's public-private key cryptography. But anybody can generate a Bitcoin address. It's just mathematics, right? It's just generating a long random number is all it is. And then putting it in the base 58 protocol, whatever it is, format, right? This is a very if this were in base 10, it'd be very like 256 digits or 512 digits, I think. But they use a base format, that a hex format that shortens it so that it looks funny. But there's certain words that and letters that it doesn't use, right? I have Ledger Nano S working with Win Desktop. Weren't you from the beginning? Look at XMR. I thought we've already answered the XMR question. I'm certain of it. Would you be willing to do a Zoom to avoid all these spammers? We'll talk about it. Send me an email. Rex, why do people spam me with your face on my email? Because they're trying to gain your trust and they want to scam you. So I would never send anybody an email unsolicited. So don't believe. I've had some people tell me, "Hey, you sent me an email." I don't. I don't send people email that I don't know. I would reply to your email, but I would never send you an email out of the blue. BTC's transfer to MetaMask. Cool. God, it's getting late. Would you be? Can you make it where only people who can come in on your systems are members? That I don't know about that. I think maybe the big guys like Crypto Lark Davis doesn't do lives anymore. I guess maybe he got sick of this too. But yeah, I guess if I could find a moderator that knows what they're doing, maybe they could do that. Josh, any thoughts on, there we go. Any videos on transferring DOT to third-party app LL would be so helpful. I do have a lot of DOT videos. If we go over here and we go to...
Only the word dot?
Yes! My son. Okay. Do I need to be in this? Like that? Let's try that. Come on, Rex. Why isn't this showing up? Polkadot. Polkadot? I know I have. Okay. I was like, why didn't dot work? Okay. How to purchase Polkadot tokens and store them on a ledger. Right? You might want to check that one out to get yourself started. Paste. Rex, what do you recommend for new traders on how to get started but doesn't have the time themselves? I don't know about all that, those like high-speed trading algorithms or whatever. I don't usually mess around with that stuff. I'm not a big trading expert. I think that, I don't know if I can get into these here. I thought I had, oh, I can't get rid of this stupid thing. How do I turn this off? Oh, okay. Crypto Revolution. I would check him out. He's a big trader guy. YouTube. Yeah, there he is. Yeah, check him out. Nice guy, Chris. Whoops. We've talked on the phone several times. Very hardworking guy. He knows all about trading. He does like charting and all that stuff. And he's got a Patreon page. If you want to like join his Patreon, you can do one-on-ones, groups, that kind of stuff. You want to know more about trading, I would recommend that. Is there a hardware wallet for Binance Smart Chain coins / tokens? Sort of. You could do Metamask, right? And like connect your ledger, I guess, and then do Binance Smart Chain, but it wouldn't show up in Ledger Live, so I would hesitate to do that. As far as I know, the Ledger, there is a Binance app for the Ledger, but I believe it only supports the BNB BEP2 coins, right? I don't think it supports BEP20, which is Binance Smart Chain, right? One more thing before I go. I'd like to, I wanted to do this earlier. Nah, I don't have time. I'll do it next week. Oh, yeah, let's do that theta thing. I wanted to do that. I'll do that for you guys. First of all, we need the Sync app. All right, let's go to Sync. All right. Oops, VE Chain Sync. Right? You're going to need to get this app if you want to manage your VE Sync. Right? Now, also, you download and install it and you run it. All right, and then you're going to need to go to your Ledger Live, and you're going to need to go over to Manager, and you're going to need to install the VE Chain app. All right, and I have it installed, but VET, right? There is a VET app. Now, the only thing that the VET app does is install the private keys for a VET wallet on your device. You cannot manage your VET in Ledger Live. It doesn't work, right? There's no, you can't add a VET account, right? It doesn't work. There's no VET account to add in Ledger Live. So you're going to have to manage the VET from a third-party wallet, which is Sync, right? So when you launch Sync, you can connect it to your Ledger device, right? You can click Ledger, and I've already connected mine, right? But and then here is my account that has some VET in it. I think Verify might. Okay. It should work. Oh, I'm not in the VET app. Okay. All right. Let's abort. Okay. All right. Let's go over here. I just want to show you what the screen is going to look like. So first we'll navigate over to VET. Let's see if it's here. There it is. VE Chain. Right. Let's get into the app. Right. Now that I'm in this wallet, I'm going to choose Verify. And there, you see, it verifies that this device is connected to this account, right? I can look at the address on both ends and say, okay, I'm good, right? All right, and then we can just approve that. So you can see I'm interacting with my Ledger device. The private key for the VET is on my Ledger device, but it does not show up in Ledger Live. A lot of people get really angry about that. All right, Ledger Live does not support VET. You just need to learn to use the Swap app if you want to deal with VET. Right? So let's see. I would like to copy. I don't know if I can. I don't see this VEHO thing. I'm always a little freaked out by that. Okay. So I'm going to copy the address of my VET into my clipboard. Right? I'm just going to turn off the device. I don't need the device to receive VET. I don't need to have it connected. But I wanted to do this because there is some VET in my Binance US account. Let's go to wallet. All right, so there's a little bit of VET, not much. Let's see, close this. Let's do a withdraw. And I'm going to paste in that VET address that I got from the Sync wallet that's associated with my Ledger. We'll just max this puppy out. Let's hit submit. I need my Google Authenticator code. Let's do that for Binance US 564726. And it's going to send me an email. All right. Let's confirm that. There. Withdrawal submitted. Now it's going to take a few minutes. Now, but the other stickier one was the that other one, right? Let's go back here. I can't access the VTHO. I don't know if they're the same. Let's look at that. 490B. Let's go back to the main screen. My tokens. Is that it? I don't think so. Let's add the new device, right? Import. Please select a wallet. Oh, yeah, this one. Okay, yeah. I guess. Okay. All right, now I've got to confirm and sign the message. Oh, okay. Looky here. It's coming up. All right, let's go here. It says sign message, right? Let's go through here and say sign message. let's confirm that. Sign. So where's the wallet? Is that it? I don't know. I'm just freaking out here. What is this? Okay. All right. There it is. All right. So I want to go VTHO. I guess that's the address, right? That must be it, right? Oh. How do I copy this into my clipboard? All right, let's turn this off. Oh, wait, this is a different one. Oh, okay. All right. So they both are in the same wallet. Okay, I get it. All right. I'm just going to go with that. Let's go back over to Binance US. Let's go to wallets, and let's go to this thing here. Let's do a withdraw, and we'll send it to that same address. Apparently, it's the same. I'm going to risk my $15 worth of VTHO. Let's Google authenticate that. 932-4432. Go to email and verify. Let's go back here. There should be a new one. Let's confirm that. All right. So we've just withdrawn twice. We can go to withdrawal history and just go to withdraw and go to crypto, and we can see that they're both processing out. And they should show up in this wallet, right? Eventually. Unless they already have. Right? I don't really need this wallet, actually. This wallet will allow you to actually send those. Oops, sorry. Like, if I wanted to send this, I could. Right? But really, to just look at your wallet, this one is fine. Okay. Oh, I just verified, right? I don't believe the vet has come in yet, right? You can see that it's not done. It might take a while on Binance US. Yeah, just take it a minute. Oh, okay. All right. CryptoDad's channel is awesome. He has helped me sort out many problems along my crypto journey. Boop-a-doop-a-doop, bop. Sorry. Everyone's just like, it gets more crowded as time goes by. Wouldn't have set up and resolved what I have without him. Bloody legend. Thank you, Steve. I appreciate that. Mind talking about Theta. Okay. This is where I came in. Okay. Any thoughts? No. Where can we make a legacy addresses? Ledger doesn't allow legacy addresses. That's a good question. Ledger will recover legacy accounts. If you created them a really long time ago, like on your old Ledger Nano S, and you do like a add account, it will see the old legacy account. If I can sort of, let me see if I can demonstrate that. I'm going to enter this is the old device. I'm just going to disconnect this one. I don't know if this is relevant or not, but just so I can show it to you. I hope I did this right. Ugh. Entering my PIN as we speak. My 8-digit PIN, which I will not ever forget. All right. Let's go back here because I think I need to make room on this thing. This is what I don't like about the S, right? I need to allow Ledger Manager, which I will do. All right. This is both. Ugh. Okay. I don't know what's going on there. Whoop. Okay. I want to put Bitcoin on here, so I'm going to get rid of Ethereum. All right. Let's just delete that. You remember last week or the week before I found some old Ethereum in this thing? All right. Let's just go back and put Bitcoin on here. And I want to show you, I believe there's a legacy Bitcoin account on here, like a really old one. Let's see if it has any Bitcoin in it. How much Bitcoin is in there? I remember the last time I looked at it, I was like, that's just dust. All right, so let's go to Manage Accounts. Let's add a Bitcoin account. And it wants me to open the Bitcoin app. Let's do that. Okay. It's going to scan for any existing Bitcoin wallets that I created on this device. Could have been a long time ago. We'll find out. There, Bitcoin Legacy. That's the one. It sees. There's an empty one. There's several of them actually. These are not SegWit, not native SegWit. They're the old Bitcoin Legacy. Then there's also a native SegWit. There's a bunch of them. All right. And then it's going to give me the option of creating, what's that? There's an old SegWit there. None of these really have much in them. Let's just, for the sake of argument, let's deselect all of them and just add the Bitcoin 1 Legacy and the Bitcoin 1 SegWit. All right. Let's hit Add Accounts. And let's see what we got here. $14. What do you know? It was like pennies before. Let me turn this off. So there's that SegWit. It only has $5 worth of Bitcoin, but this old Bitcoin 1 Legacy, right? But the question was, how do you create them? I don't know for sure. I don't know why you would want to, but you can pull them in if they were created on an old ledger. But if you, I don't think even Electrum will do it anymore. Electrum, like say I want to like new wallet, right? If I wanted to create a new wallet, it doesn't give me the option. See, oh, you can. Okay. You could create a legacy wallet in Electrum Bitcoin wallet. Right? We talked about that earlier. You can download it. Right? I'm not ever going to put anything in this wallet because I just revealed the private key. Right? Don't lose that. It won't let me go any further. But once I've created it, it'll be a legacy wallet address if that's what you want. I don't know that anybody can still withdraw to them. But Electrum Bitcoin wallet should be able to do it. Oh, there. You remember that Bitcoin that we sent earlier, that $30 worth of Bitcoin? It's now fully confirmed on the blockchain and fully available for me to send if I want. Right? I could send it out to somebody else. Easy. And then max it out, right? I won't. Oh, well, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's put it into, let's get rid of these two. I don't care about these. And this one too. All right. Let's go to this guy. All right, let's do a receive. Don't have the device. Let's copy it into our clipboard. Let's go over to Electrum Bitcoin wallet. Let's do a send to that Bitcoin address. I don't care about the description, but I can max it out and send it all. Right? Okay. Now what? Pay? I haven't used this in so long. Unusually high. Whoa, 73. Yeah, I'll just leave this in there for now. Right? That the fee. Okay, I've got the fee rate as high as it'll go. I can take that down so that it's still high because it's such a small amount. I don't want to go down too far or it'll never get there. Even all the way down, it's still 16.62. So what's the solution here? Well, if I really, really wanted this $30 worth of Bitcoin out of this wallet, then I probably would maybe send some more Bitcoin in there and then withdraw all of it so that I would be paying kind of a small fee in comparison to the whole amount. I don't know. That's a good question, right? Yeah, it's such a small amount. I kind of like locked it in there. But I think maybe if I put like, you know, 0.005 Bitcoin in there, so it was like $300 or $400 worth of Bitcoin total, then it would make more sense to just do a max withdrawal with like an average fee. Should be okay. Don't know. All right, guys, I've been at this way too long. My wife's probably mad now. What's he doing down there? I've done all I can do. I started please read complete message, got to third-party app, but got low browser error messages. Do your videos cover that? The one I watched did not. No, I guess not, Deborah. I'm sorry. I don't know what you're got to third-party app, but getting browser error messages. Are you in the browser or are you in the wallet? I'm still a little confused. I don't know what's going on, Deborah. Why are you in a web browser on your phone? I mean, did you download the app? I showed you the app, and I gave you some troubleshooting for the app. So are you trying to use their browser? Because that doesn't work on the iOS. Back to Coinbase wallet, right? This browser thing doesn't work because Apple doesn't like people trading crypto on their phones, right? So if you're on an iPhone, this browser thing isn't going to work. You have to use like the wallet. So I don't know what's going on. Delete it and reinstall it. That's all I can say. I don't know if you're on a website trying to do, I don't know what you're trying to do on a website. This is a phone-based app, Coinbase wallet. Unless you're on their cryptocurrency exchange and you're having trouble. Sounds like you're having issues with your computer to me, but I could be wrong. Ledger, yep. What do you recommend for new traders on how to get started? Again, it's the same. I don't know. Maybe you're just not hearing me when I answer your questions. I don't know. The Nano X holds 100 different things. Bitcoin, Ethereum more. The Nano S only holds maybe 3 coins. The Nano S will only hold 3 coins at a time, right? You can shuffle the apps on and off, and you won't destroy the wallets, but it's a hassle, right? Much better to have the Ledger Nano X. Thank your daughter. I don't know how she figured that one out. She's over on her computer playing her deal, and I guess she jumped into the live stream to see what she was. She should be my monitor, right? She'd lose interest very quickly. Anyway, guys, I gotta go. It's been great. Sorry about all the spammers. I should focus on dealing with them. I don't usually have that problem. Usually, it goes off fine. There'll be 1 or 2 people hawking coins or something, but tonight it was just ridiculous. I don't know what these people were doing. Anyway, at least they weren't saying pee pee poo poo. All right, guys, I gotta go. Don't forget, next week, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, please join me again for the live stream from Michigan, where you can throw out questions. I'll do my best to get them answered. Hope to see you there. If you like this, video, give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I would appreciate it. When you subscribe, there's a little bell that you can click that will allow you to be alerted whenever I post new content. Once again, thanks for joining me, and hope to see you again soon.